I'm Dr. Erica Miller, and I'm so grateful that I'm alive and kicking, and I can engage you TikTokers. I don't know how to call you. And I get away with murder because I'm going to be 90 in 3 months. I cannot believe my good fortune. Look at me. 90. 90 is ancient, but there's nothing that I cannot do today that I did not 40 years ago or 50 years ago. And I don't brag, I just share. I'm just so grateful for the gift of life that keeps on giving, because I was told when I was little, I was a little dirty Jewish little girl. I lived in Austria, Romania, and the Nazis came, and we were sent to a holding camp for 4 years, from 7 to 11. It's a long time, 7 to 11, 4 years. I have very few memories because that's what trauma is all about. I just have, moments. I can see, look at, the dead people. I don't remember friends' faces, but a little kid has to do something. We jumped over dead bodies. I don't mean to gross you out. No kid should go through what I went through, but guess what? I'm not in La La Land, but I'm so positive. I would not be here today who I am if it would not be for my experience then, about 80-some years ago. So that gave me the motivation to kind of like be defiant, live life with passion and purpose, and here I am. I have so many titles. I don't know what to tell you, because again, I am, never mind, mother, grandmother, that's boring. No, it isn't, because at the end of the day, family is really important. But again, I am a psychologist. I'm international bestseller book. I have 3 books. I'm an author. And when I didn't have a voice when I was little, because I shouldn't give away our hiding place, now I have a voice. It's all over the place. Can you hear me? Because again, I have a voice, and I'm here to share my life. But it's not all about me. It's about you. I like for you to go through the history with me, and I like to tell you that possibilities are endless. If I can do it, you can do it. By the way, I'm all over the place, but it's a long life, 90 years. It's like I'm going to live till 123, and I'll be in the book of Guinness. Ask me how come? Huh? Because I wanted to know, because all those dead people around me in the camps, people died from starvation and typhoid. They didn't get to us fast enough to take us to the ovens. So I just thought, maybe tomorrow, I looked out the window, little tiny window, they picked up every morning those dead bodies. And they were so ugly. And I thought, maybe tomorrow I will be dead. But just before I die, I want to pose. Guess what? TikTokers, I'm still posing. And yes, I know I'm all over, there's a lot for me to share, but you are going to be people that I'm engaging with, and I hope you're as exciting to meet me as I'm excited to meet you. I don't know you, but I do. You're an audience. You want what I get. So my point being is, there's a script written for me. There's going to be a movie. Follow me. And the title of the movie, I have already a producer, and we're looking now, for a director, name recognition, and I want Goldie Hawn to play my mother. Who knows? The name of the movie title is A Beautiful Death. The script writer, Kevin Bernhardt, is really, he's really seasoned. He made about 30 movies. So my point being is, gift of life is keep on giving with me, and it can with you too. So coming back to why am I going to live to 123, I found through my research the last book is Chronologically Gifted, Living Healthily to 123, because somebody in France, Bonnet, whatever, check her out on Google. It's not fake news. Lived till 122 in 164 days. So I decided that I'm going to live till 123 and be in Book of Guinness. It's a possibility. Look at me. I keep on saying that. Life choices I made always. And I don't know where I took the wisdom. You don't learn it in school. Yeah, I have a Ph.D. And good. I worked hard to get it. But wisdom must be in my gene pool. I was told it's my 9th life. And yeah. So we're speaking about self-care. eating well, Mediterranean, not diet, whatever, exercising with weights and being fit, and then engaged in life in the community. And then let's not forget destiny. So yeah, I'm here to share with you, and I know you're going to see me and you're going to hear my accented voice more than you want to, but you can always kind of cut me off. But no, I have a lot to say because life experience and possibilities are endless for me yet. A movie is going to be with me. Can you imagine a red carpet? Who do I think I am? I'm this little ugly little Jewish girl that was told you have no right to live. I am defiant. Don't tell me because I'm Jewish I have to die. Don't tell me because I'm a girl I cannot play with the boys and climb mountains. Don't tell me because I'm married and children I cannot have a career. I want it all balanced, and if I can do it, you can do it as well. I'm Dr. Erica Miller. I have a Ph.D. in clinical psychology, which I got once I was married. I had 2 kids, and I felt safe, and I was ready to go back to school. Nobody thought I should be doing it. Are you kidding me? A married woman with 2 kids is going to go back to school, especially psychology with all those crazy psychologists? Yes, I did. I was all alone, but my husband supported me. What else would he do? And 8 years later, I had my Ph.D., and with his help, I opened 8 mental health clinics, and I ran it for 40 years. I cannot believe me. I'm 90 years old. 90 is ancient. When I look at myself and how I feel, I'm young forever. I'm useful. I know I'm an old person. My grandkids, my kids call me Babi, Babushka, old lady. But I'm not old. I'm physically and mentally fit like I was 50 years ago. And guess what? Because I continue my lifestyle, in 10 years I'll be 100. And then 110, I can see me, maybe I'm in La La Land, I can see me being the same. Fit like a fiddle. Life is an adventure. The gift of life keeps on giving. I don't know why I'm here. I don't know why we are here. We're born to die when you think about it. It sucks, but it's more than meets the eye. I know that while we are here, in order to strive, we have to live with passion, with purpose, be engaged in a community. And what my research says, faith is a wonderful thing if you have it. But faith comes in different things. You know, spirituality. In my home, I have a wall, and I have displayed all the different religious symbols. Hamza, Star of David, cross, and Jesus on the cross. I have Buddha, and I have, the symbol, Mormon symbol, and Japanese symbol, and I'm speaking, I'm the citizen of the world. And the possibilities are absolutely endless. And we don't know. People worry about what if. We need to be in the moment. The past is gone, we learn from it. But again, having vision for the future with strategy. Vision, strategy, but we have to be present. Because in a heartbeat, young and old, we die. And we don't know it. So somebody there upstairs, hello, somebody there looks after me because I'm 90. Look at my energy. Look at my positive attitude. Look at my accomplishments, although you might not know all of them. I don't want to overwhelm you with all my accomplishments. But we're speaking about the possibilities are there for all of us. The cup is half full, not empty. There's so much tragedies happen in the world. Look what's happening with the craziness. We cannot fix the world, but guess what? We can take care of ourselves, and I call it self-care, really important. Everybody matters, but so do you, so do I. And then be part of a community, have balance in life, and feeling relevant, that we're not all alone, that we're reaching out to those that need us. So we're speaking about possibilities, having vision. This culture, remember, I don't know if I told you already or not, that when I came to Israel after the war, I was 15, and I was there for 8 years. And the possibilities there's no failure. The concept of failure is absolutely zero. So if there's no fear of failure, you try something, and if it doesn't work, one door closes, another one opens. So again, a lot of people are so confused and afraid, what if? And society, although we need rules and we need certain standards, But what do those people know that what is good for you? So again, we're speaking as a grown-up. The choices are absolutely there for you to pick, and if there's no failure. So to me, I put out the word. I mean, what are you too old for? People live longer these days. And at 60 years old, and they retire. You have to retire to something else. So don't limit yourself, because my experience, and I'm putting it out to you, the world, the TikTok world now, it is like, have vision and then strategy. How are you going to get there? If this doesn't work, that doesn't, then maybe something else. And you should have it all. It's a really important balance. All of us, remember Noah in the ark? We are speaking about we need to have a partner. And yeah, we can, most of us have. And guess what? As many don't make it, many do. It's not all about me. I was married 53 years, and then he died. So sorry that he died. I miss him, but I'm still here. That was 10 years ago. So again, be open. If you're not in a relationship, be open, because again, it's so nice to have somebody to lean on, the right person. It doesn't have to be perfect, a soulmate. So if it's not all right in your relationship, it takes two. Make sure that you take charge of your part and talk about it. The biggest problem or challenge I found in my patients for 40 years, I saw 100,000, who is counting, is people do not say what they think. So again, nobody's a mind reader. So be mindful how you say to your partner, because relationships are not just given. You work at it to make sure that you get whatever you need, but make sure that the partner there gets the same thing too. It's not all about you in order to, so in every relationship, there has to be three. His life, her life, and life together. Or his life and life together. Because again, relationships are very important. So please be open, because it's important to have balance in life. Finding passion and purpose at work, but also having a family. You should have everything, but if you deserve it, and you deserve it, but you have to know it, because all those voices in your head, oh, you're not good enough. Again, get rid of those voices by replacing them with, yeah, I can do it. You know what? Yeah. You know what? I will try. If it doesn't work, we'll work something else. The possibilities in life are endless, and I'm so grateful. You have many chapters, remember. There are chapters in life. I have one chapter. I have 30-some more years. You have 3 or 4. Look how you can live, how you can make things happen, just having fun and being relevant. So again, listen to me, my accent and voice or not. If I can do it, you can do it. Do you hear me? I appreciate life so much. If there would be a better word than appreciation, I don't know. Because again, I come from that. And I'm alive. I cannot believe my good fortune. I repeat myself, but I'm an elder. I can do that. The appreciation, because from where I come from, we were starving. Yeah, really interesting how a wow factor like Freud, and I'm not Freud, is like something popped up in my brain. Appreciation. I eat very slowly. So when I go with my family or with friends, everybody's finished and I'm still chewing. It's annoying. What I do now, I take it home, you know, and then I have 2 more meals. I eat small. But what the heck, you know? It is like in the beginning when we got married, money was an issue. And I was embarrassed to take home food, so I left it behind. It killed me, because food, we were starving. When we were liberated by the Russians from camp, we were literally like cookie cutters, no food. We had like a little potato, and my mother used to give us a little bit something, whatever it is. So I said, what the heck? I was annoyed, although I know it's good when you eat slow and not gobble it up and just push it in, that you don't know what you're eating. So it occurred to me, I had this wow factor that food was such a rarity that when I had food in my mouth, I kept on holding in there. And so no wonder I'm used to have food in my mouth. And that is, I was branded. Food is something, it kills me. My grandkids, they're good kids, and my daughter, they're good kids. Such a waste. Well, again, I don't know. I had it last night. I want to have it tomorrow. I have food for 6 months in my 2 refrigerators where I live. There could be a war or whatever, I'm prepared, because, again, food is so important. So, yeah, I remember also flashes. that German Nazi guard that I snuck up to him when my mother said, don't you dare going close to him. I wanted to see the big bad wolf. So he grabbed me. What are you doing here? What's your name? And I said, Erika. I did not listen to Mama. He's going to kill me. And then in a heartbeat, this monster face became soft, and he said, what's your name? So I said, Erika. So he said, oh my gosh, my little girl at home, her name is Erika too. And he started to sing the song, So Help Me, No Fake News. I remember it's like branded in my brain. I was so in shock. Auf der Heide blümt ein kleines Blümelein und es heißt Erika. On the meadow, had a little flower, and the name is Erika. And he sang that, and I was in shock looking at him. And in a minute, in a second, his face became the bad wolf again, and he grabbed me and said, this is not a place for little girls. He literally pushed me on the ground, and I kind of barely, And then I looked back, and he threw me a candy bar. And we are speaking, since that is never going to leave me, the brutality of people and the kindness of people. And after that, we had the other guard, but I looked out for this guard, so I had a relationship with him, who knows how long, because my brain doesn't go that way. I used to sneak in, and he used to throw me a candy bar. And what I remember, really, I was really guilty, and here comes with the eating again. I did not want my mother to know I was bad. I didn't listen to her. So instead of sharing, I gobbled up the sink of chocolate. So that is one that I ate fast, so for her not to punish me. So again, we are speaking about eating slow, but it just popped up, maybe just a few months ago. I'm an old woman. I'm almost 90. But again, we're speaking about trauma. Those are flashes, but they're all good. And the appreciation of me being today, I have a home here, and I have a home in Austin, Texas. I have a business there. People are homeless all over the world. For me to have two places where I live, I will never go to an old age home. Nothing wrong with it. They have entertainment and caretaker, whatever. Because when I will feel that I need somebody, that somebody is going to live where I am and take me with a car when I cannot drive, who knows when it is, I will be the judge of it. So, and then will take me to play the society, because I will continue. I will never stop in the process of evolving. And the opportunities, I'm so grateful of the opportunity to be here and share myself with you. Who are you? I don't know you, but I know you are. You are evolving. You're in the process of evolving. You take time to listen to people like me, and maybe you can tweak some of your fears and some of your doubts, because you are the center of your universe. You're the captain of the boat of your life. So navigate. There's no failure. Do you hear me? Look at me. If I can do it, you can do it. I want to live forever. I know better. But somebody's already born that can live till 150. The research is amazing. The focus will not be any longer on diseases. They're going to be, let's assess, let's see what can potentially get you if you have a genes, a diabetes or heart condition, and it's just amazing. They have all that research that Casper-4, they slit in summers and they take out the mutant, the bad gene. So the possibility to live long, but not just long well, is there. For me, as I told you, I opt for 123 because nobody so far got there. So in order to live long and well, it's not just living, because as much as I want to live forever, if I were to know that something is happening, let's say I would be cancer completely. Why not me? I never think that why not me? It can be to me anything like anybody else. But then in my will, I told my kids, when I want to die, to help me die. And in California, in Oregon, whatever, you can, with the family and doctors, you can, because I don't do it just to live. But opting to live long and well is a goal of mine, and need to be yours too. Earlier you start is better, about self-care. Self-care means being informed. There's a lot of information without to go crazy. I take vitamins, whatever. But again, what do you need to do in your life in order to have a chance to live 123? So I wish young people, lived healthily to 123 or more, 124. Because I'm 90, I can live to 123. You youngins could opt for more. But again, I repeat myself, it's not just living long, it's living well. So what I've been doing, and I don't know, wisdom is not taught. I had it in me. Nobody in my time, in my era, I started to exercise. I do every day an hour and a half outside when it's not hot or raining. I walk about 3 miles. I do weights. I used to do 12 pounds, but I have a small little body. So I had torn both my cuffs. So in my late 70s, I had operation. I didn't need to, but I wanted to make sure I continued doing what I'm doing. So now I'm down to 5 pounds. So I do every day, every part of my body. Now I started also to run because I play pickleball and I want to be faster. So I walk and run for about 45 minutes. I do with the weights all kind of different things that I learned to do in the gym. I went to the gym for years, but with the COVID, I have all the equipment at home, so I don't need to go to the gym anymore. So I do everything up and down and all the things that you need with weights, and then I lay on a pad, and I stretch, and I do all the things. So I take good care of my body. I eat really well. I have every morning, I have all the berries. I'm pescatarian. That's a good thing for about 40 years as well. No, I wasn't sick. I just saw a video. Like you listen to me, I listened in those days, and I look all the big animals, elephant and tigers, they eat an animal and just swallow it, and it comes out the other side. Guess what? We have miles and miles of intestines, and the meat is just laying there. And I got so disgusted when I saw it, so I decided, no more meat, no more nothing, no chicken, nothing. So I came back from the seminar, and my family was devastated. What? You're not going to have chicken on Passover? You're not going to have... And the term, it will never happen, the term get over it was not there yet. But that's what I said, get over it. And I stopped eating everything. But then a few years later, it was too cumbersome. Tofu and beans and rice, I was too busy. So I started to eat fish, salmon with the oil. So I have 3 times a week salmon and in eggs, whatever. So I eat well, I exercise, and I am engaged in life. I don't know about God. I struggle with God. But if destiny is God, guess what? I believe in God. And again, I'm very involved in the community. I'm big APAC. I want Israel to keep safe because it's surrounded by people that don't think, some of them, now with the Abraham Accord, things are getting a little bit better, that Israel doesn't have the right to be a state. They will negotiate. And crazy things are happening in Israel too. But safety is very important to me. So I'm involved in that. And I travel a lot. I travel all over the world. I hope you will, when you have a nonprofit gala, when you have something, if you need a speaker, somebody like me, then you will reach out to my productive director, Jake Justice. Can you imagine the name Justice? Boy, it's a hard name to live up to. So then it will be good because I just need to be heard. I have a voice, and the possibilities are endless. And I'm so grateful to be in this moment engaging you. I like to be in audiences. I mean, one person is an audience, but so are thousands in Ireland, in Canada. I wish I would have you next to me because I like engage. I like to ask, hey, ask me anything. Nothing is off the table. Remember, the Israel society, they are rough sometimes. The word is dugri, really clear. What you see is what you get. So to me, I have to watch my mouth. My son says, Mother, do you always have to say what you think? I said, yeah, it makes me feel safe. So my point being is, I would like to engage. So I'm one-sided. I talk, I hear myself, I like what I hear, because it's not just about me, it's about you. I would love to get back and forth. So maybe you can knock at my door. If you're in my neighborhood, no, I better not give my address. There could be some crazy people out there among you. I have to be safe. So again, the cup is half full, not empty. And I'm not in La La Land. Mere fact I'm alive, that's a gift. The rest will figure it out. They're not dinosaurs. We're not our ancestors. Our ancestors are part of our DNA. Ancestors, you have to have night shift all 24 hours because other neighbors could come and take over our tribe, or a bear could come and eat us. But we're not in the jungle, although some might dispute that. We are kind of a little bit in jungle. So again, when in doubt, freak, but then we have to calm ourselves down. There's a voice of reason. Feelings are important, but just to pay attention, but not to act on them. The voice of reason, the adult in us has to make decisions for us, not our feelings. Feelings are irrational. I look in the mirror and said, yuck, look at this, And then a few minutes later, I look in the mirror, I look pretty good for a 90-year-old woman. So what is it? Am I yuck or am I great? So again, take me with you and reflect, because you would not be listening to me if you would not want to grow and evolve. So again, no fake news. Take me with you and straighten up your life if it's not perfect yet. I was a very tough little kid for my mother to have because I was so defiant. I would not listen to her rules. You don't tell me I cannot do it. By the way, this is my second book. My first book is about my life story, from trauma to triumph. Israeli Air Force healer in the United States, international bestseller, whatever. And then I wrote this book, Don't Tell Me I Cannot Do It, for students, university. They're so doubtful, what can I do, all that kind of thing. So yeah, so I was a very defiant little girl. And where did it start? It really started when I heard, and nobody talked to me. I looked at my parents' faces, people were running, and the little tiny kid, I didn't know what the mayhem was all about. And I said, what's happening? Don't ask so many questions. But what I did hear is, dirty Jews, dirty Jews. Whatever, death to the dirty Jews, and shooting on the streets. It was such a mayhem. So that defined, because it didn't make sense to me. First of all, I didn't know what it meant to be Jewish. Number one. And number two, I knew I wasn't dirty, I just was clean. So that defiance stiffened up. So I remember that self-care started with this 7-year-old kid. I was pushed into those cattle trains, taking us to nowhere. We didn't know where it took us. And they were pushing us, and we were in the back, which was good, because stations were stopping places to put some more Jews in, and they were beating them, the Germans or the Romanians, with the bayonets. So I remember just in the back and thinking, okay, I wasn't thinking, but I started to sing to myself with the sound of the train, ta-ta-ta-ta, ta-ta-ta, to calm myself down. If that is not self-care, I was 7 years old. Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, and I was singing, dirty Jew, schmutzige Juden. German is my mother tongue. Schmutzige Juden, schmutzige Juden. So that kind of routine was calming me down. So that defiance, so when we came out then, alive, a miracle, because the story is that no intact family, Mama, Papa, and my older sister, we all survived barely. We came back, and our house was taken, whatever, and we ended up in Israel in 1949. My sister went early 1 year. She was 5 years older, before Israel became a state in 1948. So that kind of grit, that defiant, when I saw all those terrible things, and I just, instead of kind of cow down, like my sister and my mother, they were damaged goods all their life. No respect, they were scared, and to me, just the opposite. Don't tell me I cannot do it. So again, part of the gene pool, I'm very grateful, obviously helped. So when I came to Israel, and I felt free, I felt the majority. I embraced life, and I was so grateful for life. And and that continued. So I always felt I can do anything I want. So yeah, I went to the Israeli Air Force for 2 years. Boy, did I had crushes on those pilots. And if you want to know more, read my first book. I'm not going to go into all my, my details. But being 2 years part of the armed forces, especially the Air Force. And then after that, I worked for the Israeli government tourist office and speaking English because I went to high school. Three years at night, and I had 2 jobs during the day. I'm only sharing to you because we are speaking about complaining. I work so hard. Nothing wrong with working hard. When you're building, when you're young and so forth. So the defiance got me outside the box. I always did things out of the box. And that continued in my adult life. Like I mentioned before, when I was safe, I was 38, 39. I was safe, my kids were in school, and my husband, we were good. I went back to school, and I got my Ph.D., and I had all those clinics. But not only that. I don't advocate people to jump out of a plane. I did it a couple of years ago with my granddaughter. We were in Auckland, New Zealand. Can you imagine my grandkids? They want me to travel with them, with their friends, because I'm the coolest Bobby ever. So here we went to Auckland, we were there, and Talia, she said, Bobby, I always wanted I'm going to jump out of a plane. So I said, okay, if you do, I'm going to do it too. No, Bobby, what if something happens? I said, Talia, if something happens, it's not your fault. If the parachute doesn't open, what a wonderful way to exit the world. So I'm defiant, and I did, and it was an amazing, I would not advocate for you guys to do it, but I went up, I climbed Machu Picchu when I was 81 or 82. I went to Inca Trail, 11,000 feet up there with a group. I went only 4 years ago with National Geographic. I went up to Mount Everest base, 17,000 feet. It's all on my website. Check me out, Dr. Erica Miller. Okay, I am planning. I was in Thailand. I went on an elephant. I went on a camel in Israel. I pickleballed. I skydive. I'm literally at my age. Are you sure? Are you still driving? What are you talking about? I will know when I can. So I went. I snorkeled. I climbed. I went skiing, water skiing. There's nothing when I said, what else can I do that I've not done yet? So I'm really defying adventures. It all comes from don't tell me because I'm Jewish I have to die. Don't tell me because I'm a woman I cannot this or that. And I was very lucky. My husband, he didn't know what hit him. But he thought I would be just like his mother, one step behind him. But again, he was very proud of me, and we had a really good partnership. And again, I still continue. I'm thinking I've not done Kilimanjaro. It's in Africa. I've been in Africa. I've been now 96 countries of the world. Okay, I have a list. Now when we go with the family, I have 2 kids and this significant others, 5 grandkids. One of them is already married, the other 2 are already in relationship. Every Christmas, since they're little, we travel together like this little tribe all over the world. And the cousins, 5 of them, they're so close. And Joshua said, Bobby, we're so close because of you, because you are an example. So my daughter says, when I am like you, I want to be just like you. You're the most generous and smart and whatever. So it makes me feel good. It makes me feel taller. The only thing I could not achieve is being taller. That is, I have issues. My papa was tall, my mother was short, my sister, older sister was short. I wanted to be tall. And I stretched, I did everything, but I didn't. But how can you look, and people look up to me. How can you look up somebody who's barely 5? Well, I have a doctor, and I'm Dr. Erica Miller. So my point being is, defiant to me is absolutely experience the joy of life, the challenges. Because again, it's not if, it's when I'm going to die. So to me, no regrets. And guess what? I know I'm really weird. I have a casket. It's already, when my husband died, I'm very practical. A beautiful casket, you buy it, and then in a heartbeat, you don't see it any longer. So I told from Sinai Mountain, I said, I would like this one, a wood one, really beautiful. I would like to buy it, send it to my house, because I have a plot next to my husband. And they looked at me like I'm crazy. We don't do that. You can go to Costco. They have a place in Palm Springs or whatever. Short, nobody wanted to go with me. Mother, you're crazy, nobody's going to come to your house. So my publicist, Jerry Nyland, she went with me downtown. There's a small little custom-made casket. It's supposed to be some Israelis, a kosher casket. Can you imagine that? The rabbi will be happy to when I die eventually. So here I have this casket for years now. And on my 90s, I'm going to have a celebration of life. It's like a wake, and I'm going to have all my friends and my grandkids' friends to come to remind us it's not if, it's when. So death is just gives meaning to life. So yeah, I'm weird, but I'm weird good. You're listening to me, so I cannot be that weird, okay? defiant. I don't know what else I can do that I've not done because it excites me. Being with you excites me. Who are you? TikTokers. I did not know about you. It was Facebook. Then Facebook is passé. Now the other things. So I'm so glad to address something new because I'm in the process of evolving forever, and you're new in my life, and you're going to do the same